Hi, I'm Wade.
And I'm Lorraine.
And we are
on the Off-Ramp.
And this week we are heading to Birds Hill Park just outside of Winnipeg for a few days of camping with friends.
We are looking forward to September camping and hitting some great temperatures while we're at Birds Hill. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, the weather forecast is looking really good for this week. And it'll be nice just to be outside, and hopefully the bug situation should be under control now. So
we'll feature some of the things here at Birds Hill that we haven't even done before. At least I hadn't.
And Alvin and I will do some biking, and then we'll get to do some hiking in that. So
stick with us as we head through Birds Hill Provincial Park. We are at the Birds Hill Provincial Park campground, and that was site number 7 that we're in. It is long. If you're willing to back your trailer into this place, it's pretty good. Our van is got plenty of room in here. There's a pathway through the trees to the next site. If you can see that, just the roof, that's Alvin and Val in the site next to us, and we can go through the bush to get to them or to the road. But this morning we didn't want to sit in the shade, so we had a fire going. It was pretty cool. We sat there, had our coffee and some fresh cinnamon buns. This site is deep. Take a look at that spot right there. If you're going with family that needs a tent, yet too, a nice little tent spot. But I'm also noticing an opening in the trees to the next site on that side. So really the 3 sites are connected by this little pathway. And 10 minutes ago, I set up this little wasp catcher. Not putting out hope on it, but hey, we'll see what happens. Yeah, if you're going to be at Birds Hill Provincial Park, there are hiking trails everywhere. We loved it. And there's hiking trails everywhere. Of course, there's the beach and stuff in the summer. We're not heading out to the beach today. But man, this is a very nice site between biking trails and walking trails, and really private, nice, quiet campsites. And of course, we're here during the week in September, which makes it for a very quiet time of year as well. How many of you really that are local have experienced Birds Hill Provincial Park campground? It's quite, we don't come here often, but this was a good place to meet up with Alvin and Val and hang out together for a few days as they visit friends in Manitoba. We're at Birds Hill Park, went for a walk from our campground, and right attached to the bay that we're in is this trail that takes us to the original farmstead here on this property at Birds Hill Park. So let's take a look at it. Some of the outbuildings are still there. We're camping with Alvin and Val, our good friends. They came out from BC to check it out or hang out with us a bit and meet up with a few people, but take a look at this. This huge property, and this is the original homestead on this property. Wow, hey? Okay, so that's the original house plan, and we're on the property and by the orchard. Let's take a look a little more, and apparently on the inside it's all set so that like it's an original state. So according to Val, it's even set for tea. So let's see if I can videotape into the building through the windows. I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, a few buildings, I don't know. Okay, don't make fun of me, but I think that's a combine. Anyway, some farm machinery from who knows when. See that? Some more buildings. And you said there's stuff inside?
It's fully furnished. It has a sitting area, a bed,
Oh.
a kitchen area, a dining area, and a sewing area.
Oh, a sewing. Okay, this is a little bit better view of the inside. Singer sewing machine in the corner. I inherited my grandmother's and then handed it off to my niece. Okay, so Wade corrected me. This is not a combine, it is a thresher. So
All right, little buddy, free snacks here. Premium sunflower seeds straight from the bag. No tax, no tip required.
No tax, huh? You sure about that? There's always a catch.
No catch, really. Just you, me, and some seeds.
Last time I trusted a human, I ended up on a holiday greeting card. Still haven't gotten royalties.
No, that wasn't me. I promise. I love the chickadees. I'm not really here for the photos, just for friendship.
Friendship? You say friendship with a snack bar in their hand. Convenient.
That's right. Unlimited access, no lineups.
Okay, not bad. Crunchy. Could use a little salt, though.
Sorry, this is the healthy version. Organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, basically bird superfood.
Fine. But if I tell the squirrels about this place, you're gonna regret it.
Deal.
One of the things that this time of year has is a lot of wasps. Those of you who've been camping end of August, beginning of September, I've seen it on the Manitoba camping Facebook page. So this is something that I'm going to try this on this trip here, and I've had this in our outdoor bin. We have a bin that's for outdoor stuff, and you know our arsenal of Thermacell and doodle coils and all those things just to get rid of mosquitoes and bugs. But now they don't get rid of wasps and hornets or all that kind of stuff. So I have this, picked it up at, what was it called? Lee Valley Tools. And it's a wasp and hornet trap. And you're supposed to use a 2-liter bottle, of which I don't have, but I do have a drink bottle. So here we go. I have a recipe, it said, of apple juice and sugar. I have in this container, I have some honey mixed with hot water, hoping that that will be a good enough attractant for in here. Another attractant is chunks of meat that you're supposed to put in there. On the spout that you cut into the bottle with, it has a little spike right on the end, and you're supposed to put a little chunk of meat on that to attract the wasps to the meat. They go into the bottle, to the sugar, and stay there. It'll be fun to see how many wasps we actually catch. First, put in the attractant. Well, that could be a little messy. I don't have a funnel. No idea how thick it was supposed to be. But I mean, it says apple juice and sugar, and I don't have either, so I did honey and water. There we go. It's my honey and water, and I think there was a little bit of Pepsi left on the bottom of there, so it's a little bit brown. Close it. I now make an X crosshairs. So a crosshair is about 2 inches. So just a slit that way. I wouldn't have not been able to do the knife. That would have just cracked it. And then you're supposed to push this thing in. Now remember, this is supposed to be done with a 2-liter bottle. There we go. And then turn it a little bit. I think that'll be the best I can do to get it set in. Okay, I've made a couple of holes. That's so they can smell the attractant. It's like a ventilation. But you see this little poke? We're supposed to put some meat on. And I have in the little napkin here, I'm going to put some inside the bottle. I don't know if that helps. And it's like an attractant, and you put it on that spike. Then put it in a place away from where you're sitting. So I'm gonna see how much of I feel like my attractant, I don't know, the honey and water and a little piece of farmer's sausage in there, I don't know if that's gonna work, but hey, I'm gonna show you in, I don't know what, 3 hours, maybe at supper time tonight, see if these wasps are going to enjoy this little trap I made for them. What do you use when you are out camping? I've been seeing on the Manitoba camping page the gross smell that happens when people leave their wasp traps that they buy, let's say at Canadian Tire or at a store somewhere, and they leave those wasp traps in the bush. Let me tell you how much that stinks. If you bring a wasp trap and to make your camping experience more comfortable, you need to clean that away, like throw it away after you're done. Because if you leave that in the bush, and I get it, you might forget, but if you leave that in the bush, it just rots and it smells horrible. So I'm going to try this. We'll see how it works. I'm going to save these. I actually have 2 of them. They came from Lee Valley Tools years ago. So I don't know if they still have them. And I don't know if it works. Let's give it a try.
2 hours later.
We were having our snack out there covered by wasps. I was hoping that my little device here would work, but it hasn't. The little piece of meat is just simply drying out. Earlier today I actually saw a wasp sitting on it but didn't go inside. Maybe my syrup or attractant at the bottom is not good enough. But now what we've done is we've added, as a wasp is bugging me while I'm doing this, the attractant might not be good enough, but now we threw a pear inside that bottle and see if that will help. Obviously the attractant's not the right thing. I wasn't using a 2-liter bottle. That wasp was trying to get underneath into the opening. By now it should have lots of wasps in that bottle, and there are none. I'd like to believe this would work with different attractant at the bottle, but anyway, we'll come back to it. We're going for a walk. Maybe there'll be a wasp inside yet. With fried onions, schmonfat, which is a cream gravy, and farmer sausage. These are the kind of people I want to share this food with, not the Pepsi. Not the So, I've had these pierogies in the freezer for a while. I made them a while back. But you know, you have to have a preference for cottage cheese pierogies. So, that's what we're having.
Well, we've had 4 beautiful days here at Birds Hill Park, and it has been just wonderful. The weather has been terrific.
Yeah.
Nice cool evenings.
Very cool evenings, but great food with good friends, lots of visiting and catching up. How good is that to camp with friends on a beautiful September week? Wow, lots of time sitting around the fire.
Got some hiking in, got some biking in, got to discover a little bit about the campground in the area. So we haven't spent this kind of time here at this campground in a long time, so this has been good.
And I have to say, Wade, I was way more hopeful about my little wasp catching project, but you know, we'll try something different next time.
Probably just needs a different syrup in there. So.
Some different attractant, it's called.
Yeah, so we don't know what's going to be happening over the next few weeks. We're towards the middle of September now, and we're not sure if there's any other camping in line.
Yeah, we're not sure if we're going to actually shut down, clean up, so we'll have to hold our plans loosely.